Could you please introduce yourself and where you live?
My name is Connor Kenchilo, and I live in Chicago.
All right. Could you talk about the changes you may have noticed in your local environment over the past several years? It could be changing weather, temperature, seasons, changes in plants and animals, sea level, water resources, or glaciers.
I would say, like, with recent winters, like this past winter in Chicago, I didn't notice as much snow as the one previous.
Mhm.
I feel like it was a little bit longer, just more dry in a sense, but also this summer, it also warmed up a lot quicker than I thought it would.
Yeah.
But yeah,
All right. How do you imagine you or your family or your community's future will be affected by climate change?
with how climate change is going at this pace, like there's obviously the issue with global warming and glaciers melting and water levels rising, and I
Mhm.
wouldn't be surprised to see like states like Florida having the biggest impact on that. And like
Sure.
that's for me and my family, we love going to Florida. So like if
Mhm.
there's no Florida, then I don't know, it's not gonna be happy vacations anymore.
Sure, yeah. Um, how do you feel about climate change in general? Like, what kind of emotional responses to climate change as you think about yourself, your family, or your community?
I feel like we're too late to it at this point.
Sure,
I feel like if we wanted to do something about it, we should have done it in the more industrial age, 60s, 70s. Like by then, it was already too late once I was born.
sure, yeah. Um, and then how do you imagine the future? I guess kind of going off of that. I know you don't have a particularly hopeful outlook, but like, what
Yeah.
do you think the future is going to look like? What kind of world do you see in terms of the relationship between different groups of humans, between humans and the natural world, and between humans and the climate?
I think there's more of an appreciation for climate change now, and I think there's more of a like engagement for change,
Sure.
like with fuel efficient cars, electric cars. That like those are just like little examples, but even like solar panels being used a lot more for electricity and like wind turbines too. Like I think it's a good step in the future, but like it's just gonna like halt like the whole progress of it though.
Sure. Yeah. Um, do you kind of see any change in your community, kind of with humans in the natural world? I know you live in Chicago now, but you hail from a kind of like a corn
Yeah.
kind of farm town. So, do you see any changes in that community?
Like regarding like farming and everything, like hot summers aren't usually the best. You really want rain,
Hmm.
and if it's gonna be more just heat and dry weather, then like that could easily affect how things go. But
Sure.
yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, I appreciate you talking to me.
of course.